I'd like to thank the Primate for giving me this opportunity to address you all on this occasion this morning. And I'd also like to thank Amy John, our new Vice-Chancellor, for giving me the opportunity to address her in the second person. That means I'm going to use the word you when addressing the general company. And I don't mind if the rest of you overhear what I say to Amy John. All of what I'm going to say, of course, is relevant to all of us. So I've just got three things to say to Ava. First of all, Ava, congratulations. Congratulations. It's a wonderful achievement you have made, and it's a wonderful calling to which you have been called. And we thank God for providing you as our next Vice-Chancellor. I must say that your appointment came as a surprise to many people in this community. You can imagine that over the past few days there's been a lot of discussion, a lot of speculation about who would be the next Vice-Chancellor. And I think that when your name was announced, most of us were taken by surprise. But congratulations, I think you definitely deserve to be given this appointment. From my knowledge of you, you have many splendid qualifications for this job. For one thing, you had a deep commitment to this university over many years. And you have been especially active as a fundraiser. I know that we often refer to you when we think about the need for more funds in this university, and you've done a lot to raise money through EXAT for the maintenance and promotion of our work here at Juba. And we know that you have been continually concerned for the welfare of this university and its development over many years. One thing that reminds me of all that I've just said is an experience I had a few months ago when I was taken to Rockall. Now, I think most of you know that Rockall is a place where we're going to build a new central campus for this university. And already we have the land. And we're now erecting a perimeter fence, and in due course we hope that that whole campus will be filled with accommodation blocks and other buildings for the maintenance of a new campus of our university. And after I had visited that plot in Rockall, I was taken to see a foundation stone, not very far away from Rockall. There is a little corner of the field where there is a foundation stone. And that stone has the names of two people. One of them, of course, is yours, Ava, and the other one is the name of our Primate. And I reckon that that stone will be where it is in 1,000 years' time. It's going to record your deep involvement in and commitment to this university for a very long time indeed. And it was such a joy to see the names of both of you in that place, the foundation stone of our university at Rockall. And if you haven't seen it, I do suggest that you visit that site when you get the opportunity. My second point is that when we congratulate you on your appointment as the new Vice-Chancellor, I think you need to be aware that the task you have taken upon yourself is going to be a tough one. It's not going to be easy, and I can say that from experience of having been in that role for a couple of years. want to read a few words from that document. And I think that if you haven't yet read the document, you ought to do so, because it tells us a lot about what is expected of you as the Vice-Chancellor. These are some of the words that you will find in that document. It says that the Vice-Chancellor is called to advise and assist the Chancellor. The Vice-Chancellor must provide leadership in the overall planning, organising and controlling of the academic programme. The Vice-Chancellor must engage in curriculum development. The Vice-Chancellor must liaise with other campuses of the university and with the legislature of South Sudan as a whole. Wow, what a big responsibility that is. The Vice-Chancellor will have to evaluate recommendations for faculty hiring, promotion and tenure, and will need to supervise budget preparation for the academic and academic-related programs, and provide leadership in creating and maintaining academic standards and policies. I don't think I need to go any further, though I could soon. There are so many other words in this document. I just read a few of the comments that this document makes about the role of a Vice-Chancellor. And as you can see, this is a very demanding role indeed. And so you'll be stretched and tested to the maximum degree. So that's my second point. You must be ready for difficult, challenging, and in sometimes tough experiences. But my third point is that though these things seem very daunting at this point in time, God is going to help you through, and you will make a success of your job by His grace. I was meditating this morning on some words of the Apostle Paul, when he speaks about his own ministry in the second letter to the Corinthians. He talks about his work as an apostle of Christ, who has been called to preach the gospel to the whole world and to bring everybody to know and have faith in Him. And he says, who is sufficient for these things? And of course the implied answer is no one. No one can be sufficient for these things. Just as St. Paul felt inadequate as he faced the challenge of converting the whole world to Christ, so you will feel inadequate, I suggest, from time to time at least, when you're facing the challenges of running this university. But Paul does not stop there. Having asked the question, who is sufficient for these things, he continues by saying, we are not competent of ourselves, but our competence is from God. Our competence is from God. So even though the challenges may be great, and you may feel lost and uncertain about which way to turn, just remember that our competence is from God. God is sufficient for all our needs. His grace is sufficient for all our needs all the time. Praise the Lord. And that is probably why, in his letter to the Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13, Paul says those famous words, I can do all things in Him who strengthens us.